So exactly 2 years ago, I embarked on this journey of building this LMS, which will serve as a base platform for building my own platform to sell courses and write tutorials about web development, mobile development, and everything related to software development. I looked into options that were available to me that were more along the lines of Teachable.com, but I was not satisfied due to the pricing because the pricing was way too much for me at least. I'm Indian, so paying $40 per month was something I could not do at that time. Even today, I would not be comfortable enough to do or to shell out that sort of money. So I thought as a developer that I could just simply create my own platform, and I will create it in such a way that any end user can take my open source code and he would be able to deploy his own site. So I started executing on that particular vision 2 years ago. In the February of 2019, I actually started writing the code of the software you can see on your system. So this is the open source platform I have built. Using this platform, you can actually build your own site. So this particular series is all about the journey of me building this platform. So if you are following this series, you know that it is all about me telling you or me documenting my journey of creating my own SaaS from the ground up, so that anyone who is interested in getting to see the actual journey of an entrepreneur, he would get his meal from this particular series. So in today's video, I am going to tell you how much I have built, how many things I have achieved over the period of 2 years. So this is a landing page which I have built. I have built this page using Tailwind CSS. So I have learned quite a lot of technologies in order to build these things, and I have learned quite a lot, to be very honest. So this is the landing page I have built. So this helps me in telling the end user what the product is all about, because even open source projects today have really good landing pages. So this is the landing page. This comprises the marketing side of my software. So I have also detailed my entire journey in this blog post. I'm going to leave a link to this blog post in the video description. If you are someone who is interested in reading things, this is the post you should really follow. So let's start with the achievements. So I have divided the achievements in two parts. One is the technical aspect and the other one is the marketing aspect. Okay, so you have already seen the landing page, but the actual software looks like this. Okay, so this is the production website of Codelet.dev. I mean the official website of this channel, built using Courselet, which is the name of the open source LMS I have built. If you don't know what an LMS is a learning management system. So OpenEDX and Moodle are some examples of LMSs. Okay, so this is the production site I have built using Courselet. If you head over to the GitHub link, you can also see and get the entire code for yourself. Okay, so let's see what all I have built. First of all, I can log into the area where I can edit my things. So this is the admin folder which I have built. Okay, the other important parts are laid out over here. So I have built a mechanism to enable the end users to enable and disable widgets, and using these widgets he can actually swap in or swap out components on the live site. So if I want to swap out this about component with something else, I could do that. And this is the actual landing page or the actual skeleton of the website. So if I want to add something in the bottom section, I can just pick from these available widgets, then that widget will be visible on the landing page itself. If I can show you, so if I go to Codelet.dev, this is the about section. This is the about widget, and I can remove this widget from this particular layout section. So I have built an entire mechanism to do that sort of thing, so that if you want to create custom layouts for your website, because at the end of the day this is going to be a SaaS product, so there will be many users who are going to try the software and they would be having their own reservations about the layout. They would want to play around with various sorts of A/B testing, like should I show the about section here or at the bottom or in the footer thing. So this is the entire thing which I have built. Apart from that, I have also built a mechanism to plug in additional themes. Okay, so this is the theme section. If I enable this dark theme over here, and if I go to Kotlin again and reload this page, the website gets converted into a dark theme website, right? So you can enable these sort of things. So all of these mechanisms have been built by me for enabling my users. Okay, so you don't really have to know any sort of coding in order to do these side of manual things like changing the theme, changing the colors, and enabling and disabling widgets and things like that. So this entire area has been built in all of this time. Okay, now let's again go to the dashboard. So if you can see that there are certain areas which I need to work upon. So this is the theme that is kind of broken, so I need to fix that. So a user can actually create courses and then can manage his own users, and then he can do all sorts of things using this. So let me go back to the themes and apply this one. Okay, and save this thing and reload this thing. Okay, so now you can actually see. So there are obviously some areas which need to be polished, like this one. What else I have built? I have built a custom text editor. So if I go here and if you can see this text editor, so this is a text editor which have taken so much of my productive time and energy, because this text editor actually enables you to create very powerful pages containing all sorts of medias like tweets, YouTube videos, and your text. So you can create a fully functioning landing page using this text editor. So it's kind of very powerful, and it has been built using Draft.js. So I had to devote so much time into reading the documentation of Draft.js. Then I open source the entire text editor and even the other parts of this application as open source packages. So even if you don't want to use this project but you want to cherry pick this text editor, you can easily do that. In order to get the link to download this text editor, you can head over to the post I have mentioned before and click on this link. So you will be taken directly to the NPM link. From there you can download this text editor. So this text editor is the central point, or you can say the core piece of my application, because I wanted to provide a really good editing experience to the end user. You can say that I have covered major areas, but still there is a lot to be desired in this particular area, and I am constantly working on that thing. So these are more along the technical parts. One more thing I have forgotten to mention is the installer. So earlier I dabbled with Ansible and all in order to create a really portable installer, but even Ansible was a hurdle or an obstacle for the end user, because I wanted Kotlin to be that sort of a software where one does not require any sort of technical know-how in order to install this thing. But installing Ansible would make that particularly hard for the non-technical users. So I created a bash script. Now that bash script takes care of installing every single dependency and then starting Kotlin on that server. So if you can buy a server from DigitalOcean or Linode or any sort of VPS from any provider out there, you just have to issue a single bash command and Kotlin will be configured for you in just like 5 minutes or even lesser than that, depending upon how fast you can fill the inputs. So this is the technical part. These are my technical achievements. Now let's talk about the marketing part. So on the marketing front, I have first of all written some posts. I have been writing some posts even on dev.to. I have written some posts. I have also created the landing page, and on top of that, I have created a documentation area for Kotlin where you can actually learn about what the software can do and how to operate it. And apart from that, what else I have built? So let's see, the documentation has been covered, and then again this YouTube series And then I am also adding Courselet into the awesome list that are out there. Now, if you are not aware of awesome list, these are the public list which people create on GitHub to put everything related to that particular technology under one hood. So let's suppose I want to create really good resources about learning JavaScript. So I would create awesome learning JavaScript repository, and in there I would put all the links. So there were some public repositories like that. So I just, created some PRs in order to get Courselet listed in those awesome registries, and I was able to get in one of those registry, and the link is mentioned in this post as well. So I have done these sort of things in order to get some eyeballs. Even I post this particular link on Hacker News, and I did not actually get more than 2 upvotes on my Hacker News post. So I think it was not effective. But yeah, from time to time I'm going to write some blog posts here and there detailing everything. Apart from that, I have also created a publication for Courselet on Medium, and on that publication I actually write about what I am doing. Like, I have created all of these posts. Now these posts have been very technical because mostly I have been working on the technical stuff, but I have plans to cover the how-tos. As you can see here, as of now the how-tos are very technical. I want to create how-tos regarding how to actually deal with themes and how any end user can actually customize the software and things like that. But as of now, these how-tos are very technical and they are very engineering focused. So I have plans that I will fill this particular publication with several posts. So I have done these many things in order to get some eyeballs. Now in future, I have plans that on YouTube as well, I will create a separate channel for Courselet, and I will upload how-to videos. Maybe I will record some easy to understand videos on Loom as well. Loom is a service where you can create easy to follow tutorials. So it's quite popular. So I have plans that on the marketing front, I would do something like that. So these were all the achievements over the period of 2 years what I have managed to achieve. And my other challenge is now to sessify Courselet, because as of now Courselet is a single tenant system, which means that you can only install the software one time on a server and it will only serve one website. So as of now I am playing around with ideas related to how to convert the software into a multi-tenant one. So I am reading about Kubernetes because that is a really popular alternative for creating SaaS product. And on top of that, I am also researching about other ways like using subdomains in order to create multi-tenant system. And on the software side, I am going to control that thing from the Node.js app itself, because Courselet is a JavaScript based application. So this was my 2 years report of building an LMS. If you have any questions related to what I have talked about, make sure you leave a comment or come chat with me in the official Discord group. The links are mentioned in the video description. If you have other questions apart from Courselet, you may want to follow me on Twitter, because I'm trying to build my following on Twitter. So I would really appreciate if you can follow me there. Also, do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Codelet's YouTube channel, because on this channel we talk about software development and building tech products and everything related to the IT industry. I see you guys over in the next video. Bye.